Nice. Right, what we got? We got round one, matchup one of round two, of Skunkworks. Normal Sudoku as always. And then this time we have equations and skyscrapers. So skyscrapers, digits outside the grid, tell you how high, how many digits it sees with each digit having its height and hiding smaller ones. And then we're just doing, hopefully, relatively bog standard maths equations. Please, we'll have to see how my evening brain gets on with how these digits work. Such. It's just getting very confused about that. Yeah. Looks good. Right. Oh, so they could both. Oh, they can't both be 9s because of that, can't it? Anyhow, right. Of course, can't be that high. Like that's going to be a 1 or a 2. Because these, in fact, can that really be a 2? Because that makes all of these quite big. But yeah, no, that's relatively straightforward, isn't it? They like obviously can't all be 9s. And in fact, as soon as one's a 9, you can't have an 8, can you? Because this would be at least a 4. So in fact, because one of these is at most a 3, isn't the maximum? I swear that is the maximum, isn't it? I'm not just going mad, am I? Because one of them will see a 9 up and down here. One sees a 9 up and down here. Yeah. Of course it is, isn't it? So that is a 1 and a 9 like that to get us started. This sees at most a 4, so this can't be anything more than that. And so if those two were the same, no, this has to be one smaller than that, doesn't it? So this could be like 25 minus 16. So that's 1 bigger than that. Yes, that makes sense, doesn't it? So if this was 43, that would work with, say, 41 minus 23. Nope. Let's try that again. If that was 4 and 3, then that would be 41 minus 32. Yes, which then works, doesn't it? Right. So that definitely has a few possibilities. Like, obviously, this can't be that big, because this is 1 less than that. But it's a bit too much already, isn't it? And this is 1 less than that, so this is always... well, it could be hidden by this, but the point is that's never a 2, is it? Yeah. That now can't be a 2 either. On the pencil mark? Yeah, go on. These cells... So I said this can't be that big, and this is dividing this cell. Obviously, this can't be a 1, and or else these two would just be the same. So if that's a 3, the only way that works is with a 6 and a 2, isn't it? Which doesn't work with this, because that would have to be a 2 times 1, and this saying way more than 2. So that's number 3, and this is always at least even. Certainly not 2 divided by 4, and it's not 4 divided by 2 either. So if it was 6 divided by 2 equals 3, again, you'd need a 1 and a 3 like that, wouldn't you? 6 divided by 2 is 3. Anyway, that works as 1 and 3, and you're seeing way more than 3. So that's not 6, that is an 8. Gets rid of a couple of things from there. And then this forms a 2-4 pair. And again, this can't be 2 because that's 1 times 2 and that's seeing more than 2. So yeah, that has to be a 1 times 4. We're now seeing 1, 2, 3, and then we'll see the 9 at some point over here. Lovely. This is basically just acting as a bog standard arrow. So that's got to be 3, 6, and 9. Leaving behind 4 and 7. 1 and 2 doesn't work anymore. So we get 6 at the top here. This is at most a 3 because we definitely have 9s and can't have a negative number, presumably. That would be slightly odd. Oh, we're definitely not seeing what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? We're not seeing 3 things anymore. This one's hidden. Oh, this is now small. Oh, but you could have multiple small things, couldn't you? Like you go 9, 3, and 3. I was thinking that had to be the 9 in this case. But this is at least relatively small. It's at most a 5. Let's try that again. That has to be a 3, doesn't it? Of course. Yeah. It's not 4 or 8. It's certainly not 3, or else you're taking away way too much. If this is 1, that has to be 9 and 8, so that's not true. So this is not 9, that is a 9. What's the smallest that could be? Looks like because it can't be 2. That's either 3 or 5. And this is bigger than that, so this always sees 2. So this has a difference of 2. Always sees a 5, that's 6, 7, 5, 3. Nice. That's not seeing 5 things anymore, is it? No. And this has got to be seeing at least... Yeah, at least 3. But yes, that is true. Nice. Looks like a good next bit to go for. This can't be that big. Like, I don't even think it can be a 4. No, because this is at least 3, isn't it? 3 does just... No, 3 doesn't work, because that would have to be 1, 2. And then you'd be seeing 9, so that is a 2. And... what's the most you're seeing is 8. So this sums to at most 4, and it does sum to 4. Look at that. So at this point, you can just put in all of those. That tidies up that pair. That's an 8. Let's try that again. Coming back this way, is that interesting yet? Yeah, can't be a 6, can it? No, or even a 5. So that just doesn't make any sense. 2 would put 1, 2. That's not enough. I'd do anything else with just a bit of Sudoku. Because, of course, this... Ooh. That's a 2, isn't it? Which I hadn't noticed. So... I can't see naught. It's going to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Certainly not 9. In fact, because of this 5... Yes, it is a 6, isn't it? So this sums to 12. So that comes from 5, 6, or 7 to finish that equation. So sum to 9. And this has all got to be in order. So you get a 7, 8, 9 triple at the bottom there. Not 2s. Nice. This is relatively big. But that's like absolutely fine to do, isn't it? Yeah. Where else do I want to be looking? This only sees 2 digits, so this has got to be the 8, or else it's going to be seeing at least 3. So that puts a 3 up there and a 1, 4, 6, leaving 2, 7, and 8. And 1, 4, 5, 7s and 8s. If this was 3, that would be 3, 1, 3. That doesn't work. If it's 5, 5, 1, 5 would be okay, actually, wouldn't it? 7, 8 pair, 1, 2, 3, and 9. Lots of triples. Oh, look at that. No, it doesn't do anything. Does it? Hey, not really. Do I want to be thinking about this? And what this can be? 20 times. Yeah, 2 times 9 would get you there, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let me just cross off the ones that are done. That's all done and that's all done. Oh, here there's a 1, which might not be that helpful, but and that's relatively small. It's 1, 2, or 3. And this certainly isn't 1, that's got to be 2, so that's got to have an 8 and a 3 there. These two just sum to 8, don't they? Yeah. But that can be done in multiple ways. 8 somewhere. Oh, 9s are here. So that is interesting. So this is small. Oh, that could be 19. Or 20 something times 9. So 180 plus that bit extra sort of thing. 7's down here. This can't be that big. I just noticed. Maybe 6. No, that's too much. And 5. 5, 1, 5 is okay. It's certainly seeing more than 1. That's a 4. Yeah, that makes no sense. 3 would put 2. That also makes no sense. 2. 2, yeah. That's seeing way more than 2. Is it seeing more than 3 necessarily? I think 3 is okay. 3 would put 2, 6. And then these two would just have to be hidden. You'd be picking up a 9. Oh. Yeah, I think that seems okay. Still then we're crossing off. Oh, this, yeah, that increases, but sure. That is, yeah, if that's 7, that puts 9 here. Because if this was 19, it could get absolutely massive, couldn't it? That could be like a 7, which, I know what I'm on about. That's like 140 and a bit less than. So this is definitely a 1, at least, which does make sense. So if that was 9 and 2, no, sorry. If that's 2 and 9, you can then get bigger than that, can't you? Because you can add on a whole nother 63 from 180 to like 240 something. So I think that is a 1 or a 2, isn't it? Yeah. That's 7 and 9. Oh, I wonder if you can do anything about this digit. Probably, actually. Certainly can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3. That would need a 7. 5 doesn't work. 4 9s are 36. That's okay. 6 puts a 4, 7 puts a 3, and 8 puts a 2. That was the one I was struggling with as well. Not sure why. Oh, neither of these are 8s, of course. So 496 793. Various options there. So, I mean, this has surely sort of just got a couple of ways that all the digits actually end up working. Just depends if that's the easiest thing to look at right now. Let's have a quick look. See what happens. So if that was 9 and 1, your 19 times either 6 or 7, which is what? Make it 20. 114. 114, or again, if that's 19 times 7, 133. Oh yeah, so neither of those work. If you're 19 times 6 is 20 times 6 minus 6. Yeah, 114, which would repeat the ones. And same for if that's a 7. It's 133. That's cool. I like that. So this is giving you 180. So you're definitely going to be a 2 after my attempt. So if that's 4, you've got an extra 36. So that's 16. You're 7. You're 56. You're 36. So that's always 6. Let's try that again. If you're 7, that's 63. Which is like 43, isn't it? Yeah. Which doesn't work. 27 times 9 is 180, add 63. Yeah. So that's 24 times 9, which is 216. It's all looking okay. 7s do drop in here, and that has to be a 26 from this, leaving 1 and 4. Does not give us anything else. This has got to be smaller than that, so that's 2 and 6 like that way around. And no, I don't think I can see anything else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5s and 4s. Oh, 2s go up here, the 4 there. There's a 1, 4, 6. Get rid of 3s, get rid of 1s. 1, 2 pair in the row. Yeah. It's true. 2, 3, 4, 6. And there's a 1. 3, 5s and 7s. So it's probably got to be this. Though I have also got this to think about. And which then that can't be a 4 anymore. So you're certainly not seeing 4 digits there. But there could still be 2 or 3. If this tried to be 7, right? Aren't you going to struggle? You'd see 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Or like, oh. That doesn't work, does it? 2, 4. Because I'd have to see all of those cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's only 6, isn't it? So hopefully I can make that work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is definitely 6 and 3. Meaning this is a 9, and that's a bigger digit than 9. Sorts those two out. Right, let's write in what these are. Because these 3 cells are just increasing, aren't they? 5, 6, that gives you a 4, 5, 6. And then that's got to be 7, 8 like that. And then that is then happy. 3s and 7s, 3s and 5s. Lovely. 1, 2, 4, 5 puts a 6 over here. So how many cells are we going to be seeing? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cells. Interesting. I'm pleased that we had a a little 1 times 5 thing going on. Whoops, 4, 5, and then 4, 3, and 2. Lovely. Very nice puzzle. Nice and straightforward. A few write-ins with this sort of thing, but you're still having to think about it and the way the equations work. You didn't make us do too hard maths, so that's nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Lovely. Right, on to puzzle 2. Let's restart the timer. Jeez. This looks fun. You're going to make us do a 1,000 multiplication stuff. Also, that shape definitely looks like a Pokemon. I feel like. Anyway. Just warbling. So that's going to be, can't be 1, see, because then like these cells are the same. If that is 3, that works. Yeah, it works with 6 and 2, doesn't it? Oh, of course, that has to be 1 higher than that. Yeah. Sorry, 3 doesn't work with 6 and 2. Oh yeah, it does what I'm on about, because you could be like 39 and 41 or whatever, couldn't you? So that's probably not the place to start. Let's go back to this, because again, you've got the same sort of thing that these are at most a 9. Like the maximum that they can be is 3, 6, and 9, going along like that. And what else am I trying to say? Like, this is relatively big. That could be as small as 3. 3, 1, 2 or something. But then this is quite big because of this equation as well, isn't it? That's at least a 3. Rocket, you're a bit out of frame there. But the camera's perched a bit precarious, so I'll leave that for them. Anyway, sorry. And like these two multiplied together are that. So that all works fine, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's almost 3. So yeah, this has to be at least a 4, meaning 9s aren't here. That's the sum of those two. So neither of those are 9s either. Just wondering if 9s help us out at all. Not immediately seeing the break-in with this one. Something potentially useful that this can't be that big, like it can't be a 5, because that's going to be at least doubled. But 4 and 2 would work fine, like 8, 3, 6 or something along those lines. I'm liking how sort of all together the equations are in this one. I have to see if the logic makes nice things as well, but it's an interesting looking setup. I think I want to go back to this. Because again, this can't be that big, can it? Like if that was, is this at least a 2? If that was a 5, then this would have to be a 5-digit number. So I'm saying that's not a 5. Yeah, that's perfectly happy being like a 1, 1, 9 thing like that, isn't it? mean, this isn't prime, it isn't a 9. 4 doesn't work. That cell's far more restricted than I thought, actually. And this, so it could be a 2-4 with an 8, or could be a 2-3 with a 6, couldn't it? But they always need a 2. These cells. So I mean, that's relatively big. It's got to be at least a 7, and this is at most 3. Which might do something. I can't see it immediately. Can't do any parity tricks yet, can you? So that could be a 1 and a 3 if it wanted. And then sort of looking at this, but I'm pretty sure that it can't give you anything more off the bat, particularly. Maybe I need to have a bit more of a think about this. Because I was just wondering, oh, but 9, yeah, 9s can probably happily go here, can't they? I was wanting that not to be that big, but it feels fine. What do you reckon I'm missing at the mo? It can't be 9s. Certainly can't be 8s either, or even 7s. Because like that is those two multiplied together, aren't they? So what am I trying to say? Like if either of these are a 7, that has to be a 7, and then that's seeing way too much. 6 is also the case. One of them have to be a 1. I mean, you need at least a 1 or a 2, don't you? Otherwise, you're way too big. Yeah. I'm trying to say. So this is going to be at least a 4. And it doesn't have that many possibilities, because 9 certainly doesn't work. That would put 1 and 2. Like this. Oh, there's weird things going on here, actually, isn't there? That's the sum of these two. So yeah, I think 413 just works straight up, doesn't it? 8 is surely problematic because that puts a 1 and 2 there and the 1, 2, 3 here. And 7, can you get away with a 7? That would have to go 3, 4, wouldn't it? Yeah. That seems okay. Ah, no, 4 can go with 1. I was thinking 4. If that was 4 and 2, that would be 8. Which would be problematic because 8 needs at most a 3 here. So 4 needs a 1 and 5 needs a 1. So the only way this doesn't have a 1 is if it's a 2-3 pair. But I think that's okay. Because you're just like 2, 3, 6, That'll be a 1 or a 2 and a 4 and a 5. It's getting a bit too far. So like that would be 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1, 9. And that all seems okay. Go by the deduction of if it looks like it just about works, then it's quite likely to be the answer. Like, well, 1's always going here, but this can't be that big anymore. Oh god, they can be the same, can't they? Have I done anything stupid where I assumed that they had to be different? I don't think so, I want to say. Because what am I on about? Like this being not too big was problematic, and like the 3 being 1, 2. Yeah, so no, that is all okay. So this isn't seeing that many cells, but that's, yeah, again, that's not exactly saying much. That can't be a 9. No. This obviously seeing more than 1, and it can't be a 9 because those would have to multiply to 9, but also be 1, 2, and similarly can't be an 8 because that would be 1 or 2. That would be 1, 2, or 3. 7 doesn't work either. So again, this isn't that big. That really be a 2? That would be 2, 1, 9. Oh no, because it's the. Oh, hang on a moment. Oh, yeah. Look at this, because of course this is big. Read what you've put in the pencil marks. That can't be 3 anymore. That's certainly not 7 or even 6. And that's at least a 5 or 6. So 5 would need 1, 5, and 6 needs 2, 3. Oh, this is weird. So 5. And 5 doesn't work because that needs 4, 1, 3. Right. We're getting somewhere. 2, 3, that's 4, that's 1, that's a 9. Right. We are off to the races. Lovely. 7 doesn't work either there, doesn't know. Nice. That's now relatively big. So this is at least 2 or 3. In fact, it has to be a 2, 3 pair, doesn't it? Yeah. So 9, 27. What's that at most? So that's always 60. Yeah, that can't be a 9, can it? Because that's at most 87. Nines are either here or here, look, because they're not going in any of these cells. They're not there either. Oh, so nines are interesting here, aren't they? Because yeah, hang on. If that 9 in this row, if that tried to be 9, how's that working? 3 times something, but that would have to be a 3 as well, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So that's a 9. 9's up here. And therefore, because this is hidden by this, you've got to be seeing everything else in this row. And what are your two options for this? 60, add 18, 78, or 60, add 27. Is 87. That's cute. Oops. I like that. So this can't be getting that big. Like that can't be a 3. This is 8 or 9. So yeah, there's interesting play going on here, isn't there? This is quite small, and that's the sum of those two, so that has to be 3, 1, 2 in that order, which gives us a 1 here. Yeah. I was hoping that might be more than that. Oh, but that's the 3 and the 2 that way around, so that's 8 and 7. And this is going to be increasing by at least a lot in technical terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Awesome. These two sum to this, so that's got to be a 1-2 pair, and they sum to 9. That's now a 3, so we get a 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Um, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That's the only way that 6 clue works. Let's do a bit more crossing off what we've got. Oh, that's an 8. With 3, 6, 7, and 9. 6, 7 pair. What's this? That's 3 or 6, so that's either 1 or 4. These can sort of just go which way around they want. It's not 1 because of the 9. Excellent. Right. You do anything more? Oh yeah, that's 5 and 4. So what's that left with? 1 down here. So that's even odd. So that has to be odd. That can be either. No. It has to be 9 and 4. Doesn't it, to be maximized? Yeah. So, oh no, we could still see just 2 cells if that was an 8. Always forget about that. This is 1 less than this. Looks like it, doesn't it? Like 59, add 4 is 63. Yeah. This is even. That can be 4 with a 7, can't it? Yeah. Right. Looks like it's going to have quite a lot of options. So I kind of want to do a bit of Sudoku first to get rid of some of those options. I can't be a 1, but the rest of them work. And you can make all the, yeah, you can make all the digits, can't you? For the end of this, I mean. So if this was a 2, right, it would have to go to 8, which means what exactly? 28. Might have to get the calculator out for this one. Because that, yeah, that does put a 5, because you're going to have at most a 1 carried over. Yeah. Because of that too. And, yeah. 285. That's still just going to work probably at that point. So maybe I can get rid of some other options. Like this. If this was 4, sort of interesting that it puts a 9 there, is it? Hmm. As a 1. Like Sudoku. I felt like I was missing something like that. So that's interesting about this, because this has got to carry over a digit, or else that would be a 2 and it sees a 2. So you're either 14 or 16, and that's always a 3. Which gives you those, gives you that, gives you this. What's this now? Something along these lines. And oh no, you could be still, if that's 7, right? Can you still see 4 digits? I think so. Here's a thought though, this can't be 2 anymore, because that's 8, 7. Oh no, that does work. 8, 7, 4, 6. 5, 9. I reckon that's maybe always 9 though. So if this is 9, then that's not going to be very happy, is it? Because that would have to be 4, and you're seeing at most 3. That is always 9. 9's at the top. 9's down here, that looks like, and the last 9 there. Got not quite. Like if that's an 8, that's therefore 4. We're not carrying anything over here, are we? So this is just this, and that's not odd. Realize that that didn't exactly make much sense what I was saying there, but hopefully, like these two multiplied together, whatever it ends in, it's got to be this digit. So that's 4 or 8. So that does give us a 5 here, which is nice because that has to be a 2, and then it all finishes off, doesn't it? 6 there. So that's the 14 carried the 1. 8 is 16 carried the 1. Lovely. Right, and then just Sudoku to finish off. I assume that is that. No, I've butchered that, haven't I? Why did I take a 5 out of there? That looks a bit better. One's over here with a 2, 5, or 8. That's what, something like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6, 7. There we go. That's possibly the digit I was looking for, was it? 8 and 7 and 7. That's 5 down there. Quite like the Sudoku at the end of this, I have to say. 6s, 5 3s. There's a 4. Which does what? 5 4. It's like a 6, 2 3 8. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. It's this, of course, isn't it? I've crossed this off, but that's not true. This has to all be increasing, doesn't it? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes. Which I could have written in absolutely ages ago. But yeah. Excellent. Oh, another very good puzzle. It had already been mentioned that these were a close matchup, and I definitely agree. They're already getting in round 2. They're all just such damn good puzzles. It's going to be a tricky one for judging it all. But yeah, thoughts on the 2 puzzles. So this one had far more play off the outside, and less complicated equations. There's more write-ins and the such, and a few of the long get everything or get a single digit logic sort of thing. But I think this is another one. Again, I was hoping to sort of put my judging thoughts on the end of these videos, but again, it might be another one that I need to go back and think about the whole overall process and such. Yeah, this one had slightly more varied equations, and I liked how many sort of all paired up together. That was quite fun. I was definitely a bit lost on this one for a while, wasn't I? Took a while to work out what was going on up here. So that was like, I think that's basically forced, isn't it? With just that, which is interesting. The X's are confusing me now because it's looks like that's 3 times 6. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed both. Both very nice, smooth logic. Nothing too crazy or out there, and no chains and such. But yeah, gonna have to go have a think about which one's gonna get my vote. Or interesting discussions probably to be had with how the judging goes. We will have to see. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the solve. Good luck to whoever goes through to the next round. Chat to you all